it's Lisa here from 11T1 Windmills, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to do the stitches for section 5 of the pattern. This is my beautiful Succulent Garden Shawl, and section 5 is this wonderful bit in the middle here that has all this incredible yarn texture. It's absolutely delightful to work. It looks like it would be really complicated, but it isn't. It has just a lot of texture, and it's mostly just done with yarn overs and a little bit of stitch manipulation. So a few people have requested the video, so here it is. Okay, let's get knitting. So in the pattern, rows 1 and 2 are just a knit row and a purl row, so I've already done those, obviously with the I-cord stitches at the edge. So we'll start the instructions with row 3. So row 3 is we start our I-cord, so it's the knit 3 with the extra wrap in the middle. So 1, 2, 3. Then there's a knit front and back. Okay, and that's what we do at the beginning of every row. Then we do a knit 1, and now we start our repeats. So the repeats go like this: yarn over, slip 1, knit 2, and then pass the slipped stitch over, like that. And that creates that first textured loop on the row, and we just keep repeating that. So we go yarn over. I find it helpful just to hold it with my finger, and then slip 1. I hold both of them with my finger to stop them from slipping off the needles. Knit 2, and then pass the slipped stitch over. I'll do that again. Yarn over, slip 1, knit 2, pass the slipped stitch over, and then we're up to the last 4 stitches. It looks like 5 because of that double wrap, but that only counts as 1 stitch. So the last 4 stitches we go knit 1 and slip 3 with yarn in front, and remember we're releasing that extra wrap as we go on the I-cord. So that was row 3. Now we're up to row 4, which is a purl row. So we do our I-cord stitches at the beginning, 2, 3, and then we do our decrease, which is a slip slip knit there, and then we purl to the end. Not to the end, we purl to the last 4 stitches, and then we do our increase, which is a knit front and back there, and then we slip 3 with yarn in front, releasing that extra wrap, and we turn. Okay, so you can see we've started to create these interesting sort of loops on the knitting. That's what we want. And we're up to row 5. So we start the I-cord stitches again. 1, 2 with the double wrap, 3, and then we do our increase, knit front and back. We're doing knit 1, and then we can start doing our repeats again. So we do yarn over, slip 1, knit 2, and then pull the slip stitch over, and we keep going. Slip 1, yarn over, slip 1, knit 2, and then pull the slipped stitch over. So they're kind of sitting on top of each other, and that's the idea that we want there. Yarn over, slip 1, oops, nearly did that the wrong way. Hello, come back. Okay, there we go, rescued it. Slip 2, and then pull the slipped stitch over, and then we go again. Yarn over, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sorry, to last 5 stitches. Okay, then we go knit 2 and slip 3 with yarn in front, and we release that extra wrap as we do. Okay, so that was row 5, and what we've done here is we've got our 2, it's kind of like a wonky ladder, but they're sitting on top of each other. So let's do row 6, which is a repeat of row 2, which is a purl row. So we go knit, do our extra wrap in the I-cord, knit again, then we're going to decrease on this side, and then we purl. Then we've got our increase on this side, knit front and back, and then slip 3 with yarn in front, releasing the extra wrap. Okay, now we are up to row 7. So this is the row where we do the prep for the crisscross. So here we go. We're going to go and do our I-cord stitches, wrapping twice, 1, and then knit front and back. And this is where we repeat. We're going to knit, wrapping 3 times for each stitch to the last 5 stitches. So we go 1, 2, 3, and then pull that through. So every stitch gets that. 3, pull it through, 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then in the last 5 stitches, we go knit 2, just normal knits, not with the wrapping, and then slip 3 with yarn in front. 1, 2, releasing that extra loop, 3, and turn. Okay, so row 8 is where we start to do our crisscross stitches. So these are the special stitches that are described in the pattern in a written format. So if you need a reminder, that's where they are. So we're going to do our I-cord stitches again. 1, double wrap, 2, 3, and then we do our slip, slip, knit. That's why we needed those 2 stitches at the end. Okay, so our crisscross 5, we slip the next 5 stitches purlwise onto the right needle. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see that I undid all the wraps and I have these 5 elongated stitches on my needle. Then I insert the left needle through the loops of the 3 long stitches at the right and pass them over the 2 long stitches at the left. So I pick up the 3 stitches here and I pass them over, so I'm pulling them through. So I create this crisscross where the stitches that were at the left hand side are coming up through the middle of the stitches that were on the right hand side. So it creates this kind of crisscross effect. Now this is where you have to make sure that you're not getting your stitches tangled. So we want to then put the 2 long stitches from the right needle onto the left needle and keep them in order. So we need to keep those 3 there and those 2 there. And then we want to purl each of the stitches, making sure that we don't get them tangled out of order. So that's the first one. That's the second one. There's the third one. There's the fourth one. And there's the 5th one. So I've just purled those stitches all in order, and I've ended up with the crisscrossing effect of those elongated stitches. Now we repeat, but instead of doing the crisscross 5, we do the crisscross 6. So it's exactly the same, but instead of doing it over 5 stitches, we do it over 6 stitches. So we want to slip the next 6 stitches purlwise onto the right needle and drop the extra wraps. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we want to take the 3 rightmost stitches and lift them up over the 3 leftmost stitches. So we're creating that crisscross out of 6 stitches. This is actually really, really satisfying to do. I quite enjoy it, to be honest. Then we pop those 3 stitches there onto the needle so we can purl them all in order. We have to make sure we don't get those tangled up. So 1, 2, 3. Those were the stitches that were remaining, and these are the stitches that we've pulled over. That's 4, 5, 6. There we go. So we've done the crisscross 5 and the crisscross 6. And the crisscross 6 is what you repeat across the row to the last 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is what I have because I only did 1 repeat. In the last 5 stitches, we then knit 1, knit front and back, and then slip 3 with yarn in front and turn. But those are all the stitches that you need to know to be able to create that section 5. So you can see how when we look at section 5 here, that this bit here that I've been doing is exactly these stitches here. There are my yarn overs and my pass slip stitch over. Then there's the crisscross. Then we do another row with the passing of the slip stitches and another one, and then another crisscross, and then 2 more with the passing of the slip stitches. And that's how you build up that section, and it's absolutely beautiful, and I find it really enjoyable to knit, and I hope that you do too. All right, that's it. Thanks, guys.